Hey everybody, welcome back. It's time for our next video. Okay, this is a fun one. I always like this one. It's very handy for doing all kinds of things. It's really simple and straightforward, very time consuming, but worth it if done well. All right, so I'm going to show you briefly how to do it. And the project is really simple, it won't take very long. But also don't forget to watch the inspirational video that goes with it to show you the scale of what you could do with this very simple technique. Okay, so I call this project Growing with Erase and Reverse. Okay, and it pretty much is exactly what it sounds like. So you create new file. All right, and I'm just going to draw something. Now I'm going to choose my brush tool. As you know, I love my brush tool. And I'm going to make the size of the brush a little larger. Let's see. Let's try 30. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's going to be good for us. All right, so I like to do the brush tool because it's like I said, I just like the look of it. And so what I'm essentially going to do is I'm going to write my name, okay? And you can do the same now. I want you to pay attention to the direction in which I go because that's going to be important as we try to animate this later. Okay, so watch the strokes, the ups and the downs and the speed at which my hand moves because you're trying to simulate life. So you're trying to make it look as natural and organic as possible. So even taking into account the pauses in between my letters. So you can do it script or you can do it print. I'm going to just do it print and I'm just going to use my first name. So up, down, pause, up, down, across, down, across, down, across. Okay? So you'll notice that I went in a very specific direction. Okay, I went up, and then I slowed as I came around the corners, down a little faster, and then slow around the corner, back up, slow around the corner, and then speed up as we go down. Lift the pencil off the paper, and then move to the A. Upstroke, downstroke could be pretty sharp actually, and then a pause, and then across. Then downstroke, across, downstroke, across. Okay, so now what we need to do essentially is we just basically need to erase the object in reverse. Okay, paying attention to the directions I'm going in, trying to simulate speeding up and slowing down until I make the whole thing disappear. Okay, so we're going to go in reverse, starting where we ended. So where we ended was here. Okay, we went down and then across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the crossbar, and then I'm going to go up from the bottom. Okay, but I'm going to erase. So you basically just add a keyframe and erase, add a keyframe, erase, again and again and again and again until everything's disappeared. Okay, so keyframe, and then I'm going to get my eraser tool, and then I'm going to start to erase a little bit. So just get my eraser, and then just keep your hand on the keyboard, F6. Okay, F6. Okay, here's where it gets a little funny. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to erase it like that. And then I like to zoom in just a touch right on that. I want to get real close and clean up those lines. Okay, because there won't technically be a break. So I'll straighten those lines out, straighten these lines out, and then reattach. Okay, and then it looks pretty seamless. Okay. Okay. Again, F6, and then just keep going. Oops. Okay, there we go. F6, and again, just start erasing from the bottom up because I went top down. So, and I might erase in fairly large chunks because the downstroke will be pretty fast. Okay, and as I get towards the top, I'll take a little bit less off every time to put a little acceleration in there. Okay, then pause, pause, pause. So I'll just put a little break in here. So maybe go 1, 2, 3, and then F6. Okay, now that gives me a tiny little pause where I start to get rid of the next crossbar. Okay, so we start getting rid of that one. F6, start getting rid of this one. Oops, don't forget, I keep forgetting I've got to zoom in and fix that T. So zoom in and fix the T. Okay, and like I said, I might need to cut it just a tiny little bit, just to create clean lines so it's easy to pull, push and pull. All right, there we go. Okay, and that helps it look seamless. Okay, F6. Maybe come in here and just erase it a little bit more. Okay, looks good. F6, get rid of it. F6, 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 and then start to slow down. So don't take quite as much off of it. And again, pause, pause, pause. Make a little jump. Okay, and then start getting rid of the A. Start to, getting rid of the A crossbar. So I'll slow that down, just take a chunk out of there. And we've got 2 pillars to go through. So it's going to take, this one's going to take us a little longer. Okay, kind of zoom in there a little bit. Okay, and zoom in so I can get nice and close. Clean up that letter by chopping these ends off and then reattaching. Okay. Okay, F6. Pull another one out of there. Where is it? There, the eraser tool. Go back and get this one. Okay. And again, I'm going to have to zoom in to fix things. Oh, it looks like I made a little dent over here. I better fix that. All right. And really all this is doing is I just cut those pieces off because it just makes the lines a little cleaner. So when I pull them back together. Okay, F6, and then I can just delete this piece. Okay, and then just keep going on the upstroke. Okay, back to my eraser tool. Erase, erase, erase. And you'll notice that I'll start to just shave off little pieces because I want to slow it down as I'm going around the corner. And this becomes really pronounced in the M. But on straight, like just like a race car, on straightaways, it's going to go much faster than it would on curves. All right, so again, create a little jump, F6, and start erasing the M. So again, we're going to take a large chunk because we can go quite fast on the straightaways. All right, and as we come to the curves, we slow it down a bit. Okay, speed up a little bit and slow down a little bit. And I'm just keep pressing F8. And it's a very time-consuming process, but you could get all zen about it. There we go. And we'll start erasing chunks. Okay. Now there's obviously some little piece I missed somewhere because you can see there's it looks like there's nothing there, but I still got a little black keyframe, so something's there. So what I always like to do is just add a blank keyframe in there to well and truly make sure that there's nothing on the next frame. All right, so let me zoom out just a touch so you can see what's going on. And I hit the Enter key, and it erases backwards. See the speed, how it goes forwards and slows down and speeds up a little bit? Okay, you're really looking for that motion. Okay, now that I've got the text disappearing the way I want, all I do is highlight them. So click anywhere here to highlight the frames, right click in those highlighted frames, and reverse. And it draws it in place. All right, there you have it. Save it as erasing and your name.fla and upload to Canvas. Thanks very much. See you in the next video.